This is Bocas del Toro, a unique group of islands in the Caribbean Sea, and over the next 3 days we're going to be showing you the best things to do, including places to stay, wildlife to see, and the beach you cannot miss. We begin at one of the beaches close to Bocas town.
Welcome to Bluff Beach. This is about 8 kilometers from Bocas town, and honestly, it is absolutely beautiful here.
The only problem with this beach is you actually can't swim here because the sea is so rough.
This is actually our first beach in Panama, and honestly, it is so beautiful. I mean, just look at the color of the water. We're gonna be going to some much better beaches on this video, so stay tuned for them. One of the difficult things about coming to Bocas is everything seems so spread out. So one of the best ways to get around is actually renting a bike. But we've had a few problems in the bikes, and we'll show you. So these are the bikes that we've rented. Honestly, they look all right, but once you get on them and ride them, they're not quite as good. So the thing about the bikes here is that none of them have brakes. Don't ask me why, but if a truck comes or you're going down a hill, then good luck to you because you can't stop. You've just got to try and use your feet. It was quite funny at the rental. We went to get the bikes and then the bike she gave us didn't even have pedals. So that filled us with confidence that our bikes were well maintained and very well serviced. On the way here to the beach, Emilia's chain actually came off 6 different times until a lovely man came and actually fixed the bike completely. So these bikes cost us $8 each for just 4 hours. And I honestly think you could probably get cheaper bikes to rent in London. I'm not joking.
Now we are back. I wanted to show you around this apartment. We booked this on booking.com and I'll leave a link to it down in the description, but it's honestly so good because you can actually cook. It's got a full-on kitchen, it's got a big double bed here and another single bed here. So we've actually got so much room. And then in here we have like a big shower, sink, a toilet, and obviously still loads of like dressing room and stuff. So that is pretty good to be honest. And then out here, we do have a little door out to a little balcony. Look at what they also do have.
We also have a hammock, but we have no idea where this side attaches to. Like, there's no hook or anything, so it just has to stay like this, unfortunately.
This cost us about $50 a night, and yes, it is a bit more than we would usually spend, but because we can cook, and so we can kind of save money rather than eating out at restaurants every day. Because we're in Bocas del Toro and Panama, it is definitely more expensive here than other countries in Central America, bar Costa Rica. It's just something to remember when you come here to Bocas.
We are now off to something which is super unique and I've never seen before. And you actually have to get a water taxi to the spot. So we're gonna go try and jump on a boat now.
Here we go, we have just got a boat, $3 per person, and it's only like a 5-minute ride, so not going to take long.
We have just arrived at the floating bar and I've got a mojito, Jill's got a little beer, and it is lovely. I definitely recommend coming here. It's so cool, the vibes are very chilled.
We had some drinks, listened to the band, and of course went for a little swim before heading back to town. We have just come off the taxi boat and honestly, it is so fun on that boat. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just because we're floating in the middle of the ocean, but it is such a good vibe and I highly recommend doing it if you're here in Bocas del Toro.
There's also the Filthy Friday pub crawl, which is the biggest island pub crawl, I think, in Northern America. It's supposed to be a big deal. We obviously didn't go, but it's definitely something to check out if you're a backpacker in town.
Good morning. Today we're actually doing a boat trip.
And we were surprised by how little this tour actually costs.
We are about to go on the boat. Our first stop on the trip was looking for dolphins, and we were lucky to see a couple of bottlenose dolphins. We then headed to our first island of the tour. Look at the island we have just arrived at. This is Zapatilla number 2. I think that's how you say it.
Oh my gosh, look at the colour of the water right now. That is crazy.
So apparently you can take this path 45 minutes to get around the whole island. So we're going to walk along it and find an empty spot to chill out because we've got about an hour and a half here. The path has just been taken over by the jungle. Everything's falling down. It is pretty crazy. I don't think I've ever been on an island which is just so raw and just the jungle just takes over. Like, look in there. There is no way of getting through there. It's just thick jungle till you get to the other side of the beach. We have walked to the other side of the island and there is no one else on this beach. If we're honest, it's actually a little bit more dirty. Like, obviously this is the side where everything washes up, but there's no one else here.
It's incredible. It's just like we just got washed up on a desert island and we have to try and survive.
We haven't been to the San Blas Islands yet, but I think this is going to be kind of similar to them. I am desperate to go in the water now. It is pretty hot here. Not as hot as when we've been in Asia, but it is still very warm. Let's go in the sea and cool off. The watercolor is actually like magical.
So blue and like sparkly.
It's not even like that clear. It's kind of like cloudy, but it just reflects the blue of the sky so well.
I can't believe we're the only people on this beach right now. This is like the most beautiful beach I've ever seen. Well, one of them.
All you have to do is walk around the other side of the island and then there is no one here, because on the other side where you get dropped off on the boat, there is probably like 50 people around there, but walk a bit further and you got this place to yourselves. I'll finally tell you how much this tour cost, because it was such incredible value. It was only $25 per person. That's like 20 pounds, 20 British pounds. That is nothing. If you were somewhere, even in Asia, boat trips normally cost more than that. So great value here in Panama. Unfortunately, we've got to walk back because in about 15 minutes, we've got to get back on the boat and leave this absolute paradise island. And honestly, I don't really want to leave. I wish I could stay here overnight, but we're just going to walk through this forest. So peaceful through here, and head back to the boat. You think it's worth $25?
I think it's worth $100. I would pay any price to come here. It's beautiful.
We have just reached our lunch spot, but unfortunately it's really expensive. Things range from like $15 to $20. So instead, we just brought some snacks and we're just going to swim around here because it is beautiful around this spot.
And we're going to be back in town soon anyway, so we'll get some food after.
Guys, they have a slide and Emilia's going down first.
I don't know. I'm a bit scared. It's actually a bit intimidating, but I've just seen loads of kids do it, so surely I can do it.
Go on.
Ready?
Yep.
It was so fast. It's actually really good.
Before heading back to town, we made our last stop at Starfish Island, where we saw some starfish in the shallow waters. There's also a starfish beach on the main island which you can visit from Bocas town. Good morning. Unfortunately, we are leaving this beautiful apartment, but we are going to our next place. We've just packed our bags, which has taken like an hour, and we are ready to go. Guys, this bag is just full of camera equipment, so please appreciate these videos and hit subscribe. Thank you.
We're actually staying on a different island, so we're actually at the water taxi port here in Bocas del Toro town, and we're just going to wait. I think it's $8 per person to the island that we are going to.
The reason we're actually going to this island is because there's something super unique that's only found on this island in the whole world.
We have just reached Red Frog Island, and on this island it is super unique. It's called Red Frog because there's actually red frogs, and the species is only found in this part of the world. The thing you can see is sloths in the area. Did you see any sloths in the trees above?
Not yet, but hopefully we're going to see some today or tomorrow.
I'm so excited. There's not actually many places to stay on this island, and we just walked through a resort, but we're staying at one of the Salinas. If you didn't know, Salinas are like really common hostels here in Latin America, and we've never stayed at one, so this is going to be interesting. Salina this way, 800 meters. That's us.
There we go.
Walking with our backpacks once again. It's like a 10-minute walk. It's 30 degrees outside, and we've got to go up a hill. It is hard work.
So welcome to Salina. This is our room. Let me shut the door so the AC doesn't come out. This is our room. Pretty basic, like not massive, but it does feel very clean and fresh. And we are in like the middle of the jungle, so it does feel pretty impressive that we've got a shower, running water, Wi-Fi, all that kind of stuff. Let's take you into the bathroom. Oh, good, Emilia's not in the toilet.
Welcome to my bathroom.
It's pretty big though. This is where Emilia's sleeping tonight. Anyway, we are so excited to explore this island. We're gonna go straight out now and head to the beach, and hopefully on the way we're gonna look out for the red frogs, which are very unique, and hopefully sloths. Emilia's promised I'll see them, so.
Right, before we go explore this island, I need to talk to you about something which is super important. If you're a digital nomad, a backpacker, or an adventurer, there is something we all need when we're traveling abroad, and that is travel insurance. I'm happy to share with you the partners of today's video, SafeDoing, who have kept Emilia and I safe for the past 2 years whilst traveling the world. Now, whether you're here in Bocas del Toro or anywhere in the world, something can go wrong when you least expect it. If I was out surfing on the water and I got hurt, I would be comforted knowing that SafeDoing have my back. With their Nomad insurance, SafeDoing covers you for a whole range of activities which you may do whilst you're abroad, from windsurfing to camel riding. Nomad insurance will cover you for any travel mishaps such as lost luggage, travel delays, natural disasters, and personal liability. Perfect for someone who lives on the road like us and wants to have peace of mind. And if you unfortunately do end up losing your checked luggage, you can claim up to $500 per item to replace your lost items. When you're looking to get covered, I highly recommend clicking the link in the description, as you can put in the exact dates of your trip and you can get a quote right away. And if you're a long-term traveler like me, you can easily sign up for month-to-month recurring payments, so you don't forget to renew your insurance like I would. Thousands of adventurers and digital nomads trust SafeDoing with their worldwide travel insurance, and I'll leave a link in the description to get yourself covered with SafeDoing. We have just left the Selina hostel and we are heading out to try and find the sloths and the red frogs. Now, we don't really know where to find them because obviously we've never been here before, but we're kind of heading towards the beach, which is like the famous beach here, and hopefully we see something along the way.
They literally just could be anywhere. I don't know where to look. There's a sloth up there in the tree.
Is it actually?
That's a sloth. Is that a sloth? That looks like a sloth.
It's really high up.
It is a sloth. We've confirmed it. We zoomed in with the phone. Thank you for iPhone 15 with the big zoom. And we saw it is a sloth, but it's a sleeping sloth, so it's kind of like curled up.
And it is very far away.
Can't get a good shot of it, but it's there.
Hopefully we can get a little bit closer to another sloth, because we've only been walking 2 minutes, so surely we're gonna see another one, or were we just lucky?
No way, guys, I've just seen a monkey.
Oh, whoa. Oh, it looks so pretty.
That's a pretty monkey, and I think I can hear some others in the tree.
So when we saw that monkey, we followed this path and we've come into this incredible area, and there is monkeys everywhere. You can hear them in the trees and they are so beautiful. I don't know what type of monkey they are, maybe we'll try and find out, but they are so pretty. We're used to like the macaques in Southeast Asia, which are like just annoying, but these are beautiful monkeys.
Also, the trees here are incredible. I've never seen bamboo like this.
Look at it. Look at that. It's just crazy jungle bamboo. Another one in the tree up there. I've just seen a red frog. This is a dream come true. It's so small. I don't even know how I'm going to show you.
Let me come over.
There's one there.
They are tiny. They're literally like the size of this snail.
I didn't realise actually how small they were.
I'm a little bit scared realising I'm wearing no shoes and they're all around us.
And super poisonous.
Yeah, that's not so good, but wow.
I'm not sure if it's this species of exact poison dart frog, but some poison dart frogs can kill up to 10 elephants. That's how much venom they have inside of them. So we got really excited and then we're like, oh dear, these are poisonous, and we're not wearing trainers, we're just in Birkenstocks.
That was such a cool experience. Let me just duck under here and make sure I dodge other dart frogs. We really weren't sure how easy it would be to see them, but honestly, just go down one of the paths which go off into the jungle. What? That is a huge butterfly which Emilia just flew at Emilia.
I nearly stepped on it and it's like this big. I thought it was a bird.
I'm also getting very itchy. I think I've been bitten a lot of times. Anyway, let's head to the beach now and hopefully not get poisoned by one of these frogs.
We've just arrived at Red Frog Beach and it's so beautiful. It's like a little paradise beach. The water looks really clear as well, so I definitely want to get in there and cool off.
I can't believe how beautiful this beach is. And one of the best things is there's hardly anyone on this beach because there's only 2 places to stay on the island. So you do have to spend a bit more money, but honestly, if you get not a private beach, but an empty beach like this in Bocas, it's pretty rare.
What a beautiful day we've had playing in the waves. Honestly, the water here is absolutely beautiful, and this has got to be one of the best beaches in the area. I can't recommend enough coming to Red Frog Beach. How good has it been?
We've loved it so much, and the wildlife is just so cool because you're just amongst it all the time.
I'm hoping tomorrow that we see like sloths closer up, because obviously we didn't see them very close. So if we do, I'll insert it now. But if we don't, then at least we saw the red frogs, and they were so awesome, and so many as well. The other thing to note is Red Frog is definitely more expensive than the other island, Bocas del Toro town. So if you are a bit more on a budget, you might want to stick to there and just do like day tours, because it is more expensive.
If you did enjoy this video, we're actually going to be doing a couple more here in Panama, so make sure to subscribe so that you can watch those too.
And that's a great time to end the video here. So as Emilia said, you know what to do. Go hit that big red button, and we'll see you in the next Panama video. I'm so excited. Bye!
Bye!